Hey everyone, Notorious here. Welcome back to the third installment of the SRT Hitch series that I have going on right now. If you haven't seen the first two episodes, definitely check them out. I'll put links at the end of the video. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite hitches, another hitch created and developed by Brocky, who really quickly is an arborist who is and tree climber, also passionate about hitches, just like myself. This is only one of his hitches and the mere tip of the proverbial iceberg. But let's take a look at it, okay? This hitch allows you to climb SRT, or single rope technique, and you can do so with just the hitch and this ring. You don't need any hardware beyond that. Like, you don't need a rope wrench or anything like that. You can get on a single rope and just climb with it like it is here, which is really great because that is not only cost effective, but a lot of people prefer it. And so let's discuss every aspect of this hitch here. We have a coil, just like most hitches, but then it wraps through into a ring, and then we have what's known as the elbow, which is an important part in keeping forces that get exerted into the legs from getting transferred into the coil. And now, what's great about this hitch is its adjustability. You can, by extending the distance from the elbow, or the coil from the elbow outward, you can actually change how it functions. And this customizability means that you don't really have to worry about, well, it means that it'll work with a larger range of hitch cords, which is great. And let me demonstrate how you can adjust this. So let's say you want it to tend more easily, but you want it to tend more easily. You can just go back here, undo this, and then put a little bit of slack into here, and then retie that elbow. And now this is going to extend out further. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it a lot easier to tend. Okay? But the downside is that the more you extend the coil out, the less grip you have. So it's not going to grab as well. Not in all cases, but in most cases, that's just the general give and take of the adjustability. So again, if you wanted to make sure that you have really good grip, you can really pull this in tight. And then put those legs back through. And now you're going to grab more readily, okay? So it grabs right away. There's no even, extension here. But it's going to be a lot tighter on the tending. Now, speaking of tending, this hitch tends beautifully under basically all circumstances. And one thing that really sets it above and beyond other hitches is how, if you look at the legs and you look at most hitches, you're going to have to pull them almost 180 degrees up before the hitch responds to you trying to tend it. And you can try that on, something like a distal hitch or whatever, and look for yourself. Look for the angle at which this bends before it tends. Didn't mean to rhyme there. But with the stitched hitch, it's right about, you can see how it's right about there. So that's not far at all. So you don't have to exert a lot of effort into tending. And that's really a huge bonus. So now that we've discussed this, let's get to the tying demonstration, shall we? Okay, so for this demonstration, I'm going to be using, this is a 11 millimeter rope. It's a Mercury, and then here is a 32-inch eye-to-eye. It's a RIT. And again, you can use pretty much any hitch cord with this, as long as it's, there's a good, if you have like a 10 millimeter hitch cord, you're going to want to use probably around an 8 millimeter. Excuse me, if you have a 10 millimeter rope, you're going to want to use about an 8 millimeter hitch cord. And so you want around 20% difference usually. So now with the ring, I'm using a 34-inch DMM anchor ring. I know Brocky uses a 28 millimeter. So first you're going to begin with anywhere between 3 and 5 wraps going upwards. I would normally do 4 or 5. I'm showing 4 just to eat, 5 just to eat up some of the length here. And then you're going to cross the legs over like this and make them nice and even. And once you've done that, you're going to take your ring and you're going to place it on both legs so it sits like this. Next, you're going to take your legs in the back and you're going to form a twist to create the elbow. Now that you've done this, you can bring this ring back down and then bring this eye to the right of the rope and then the left eye to the left of the rope, and then you're gonna bring them through. You can do it one at a time, and then the end result is this. Now that we have that, that is the stitched hitch. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this third episode as part of my series. I hope you've learned something. So once again, thanks so much for watching. And if you haven't already, check out episodes 1 and 2. The links are right probably in front of you right now. All right, bye.